Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Grave Visitations here. So today I am in the west of Ireland in County Galway here at a 7th century monastery here called Kilmacduagh. And in front of us here we have the old graveyard. Now there is a round tower here as well, so we'll have a look at that. And the round tower is 12th century. And they actually say that the round tower is leaning. And we'll have a closer look when we get over there. So I'm going to call that the Leaning Tower of Galway. You have your Leaning Tower of Pisa. Right, so there we can see the tower, and they say that it's the tallest round tower in Ireland. Now, don't quote me on that, I'm not sure. I've seen ones before up in Glendalough as well, so that might be taller, I don't know. But the first grave I want to bring you over to here as we enter the old graveyard is this grave here. And this is in loving memory of Paddy Kilkenny, who was born the 19th of January 1934 and died the 14th of December 2005, erected by his wife Marie and family. But if you look closely at the headstone here, I haven't seen a headstone like this before, so it is different. And if I can get out of the shadow, you can see there's a medieval looking woman, and she's playing a fiddle, and she has a cross around her neck and chain, but it's really something different, isn't it?
So that's the sunset behind her.
Beautiful, and the sunset at the top is behind her, yeah, in the distance. You can see water, the sunset. She's playing the fiddle, so beautiful headstone. So we'll keep going around the old graveyard, having a look. Not sure if I can go inside there or not. We'll see.
See how much that's leaning.
So you can see the tower now on video. I'm not sure if you'll notice it, but it is actually leaning. It looks like to the left of where I'm standing. You have all your windows in it there.
And the door is up.
So of course the door is up the top. You need a ladder. So those would have been used back in the day to protect themselves, the people, from any harm, stop the enemies from coming in. There's a lot of flooding in the fields around the old graveyard here as well, and that's just a bit closer there to the tower. It is tall, isn't it? They do say that the tower was built on, it's built on a graveyard, obviously, so the ground wouldn't have been that great, the soil. So I don't know if that's anything got to do with why it's leaning like that. So this is just down the other end of the old graveyard, and I see one here, 1800s, erected by Maria in memory of her beloved mother, Mrs. Mary, and I can't see the surname on that, but it says 1868, I think is the date on that one. So you can just see that's not a lake over there, that's actually flooding in the nearby fields. So there's a couple of older kind of buildings there beside the monastery as well, so we'll check those out. Now in the area here, in one of those buildings, and I think it might be over there, there is online, I was looking at a picture of a lead coffin. So there's supposed to be a lead coffin in one of those rooms in the old church over there. So we'll go over and have a look. But it's a beautiful old graveyard. And that gate just there is locked. I think there's a padlock on that, so we won't be able to go in and have a snoop around inside. So they're mostly modern, a lot of the graves where I am at the moment, except here. We'll read a couple of these older ones. Some nice Celtic crosses. This one here actually looks like a vault. You can see it's a Celtic cross, and you have the railing going around the side of it here. And I won't be able to get inside to read, but I hope that the light will be able to shine over on it. I think it says this tomb was erected by James Sarah in memory of her beloved mother Mary Forrest, who departed this life on the 16th of February 1850, I think, aged 20 years old. So it is a vault for Mary Forrest is the name on it, but isn't it nice?
The railings are lovely.
The railings going around are lovely, yeah.
How would you mind the other side?
And you can see the rings on top of the vault entrance there, so that's where the coffins would go down, just there. And you have that beautiful scenery in the background. Serenity Sue.
It's freezing.
It's cold today. It's not that cold.
I'm freezing.
I think when we went to do a video in County Offaly, it was way colder that day. Just try and read this one. In loving memory of his dearly loved son, Robert Michael, who died the 28th of January 1892, and his daughter Minnie, who died in 1910. So just have to be careful walking around. So that's the grave I was reading just there. Look at those railings that go around it, they're huge, aren't they? And just next door we have another vault area. We can see the ring on top of this as well. The entrance, and it's water lodging on top of that, so who knows if there's water inside that old vault. And I'll try and read. And this is erected by Edward Marty, is it? M-A-R-T-Y. It's not Edward Marlin, sorry, M-A-R-L-Y-N. I thought it was Marty. Esquire. In memory of his dear wife Mary Marlin, who departed this life on the 8th of November 1811. And it just says there, at the early age of 36 years old. There's something in there that's interesting. I hope I'll be able to squeeze in here and show you. So it says principle of trust, the most regular and utmost, is it? But just up here it says here, that word. I've never seen that on a grave before. Which is strange. So I go around the other side of it. There, I'm sure that word means something. Not what we think it is, but I just haven't seen that before. So that's the back of it there. The old wrought iron railing that goes around it. So it's all the one area for the family here. Big vault. So I go back out, guys, again. And see what else we can find in the old graveyard here. So we're in the west of Ireland. And where we are at the moment actually is kind of, it's on the borderline of County Clare. So it's kind of, Galway is very close to County Clare, on the borderline. And there is a couple of other locations that we're hoping to get to today. Isn't that beautiful, that round tower? Look at that. Even though it's leaning to one side. And just inside is a little area here, and we'll see. This monument was erected by Dennis, Michael, John, Peter and Thomas Keane in memory of their beloved father Dennis, who departed this life October 1855, aged 46 years old. And there's a number of Hardyman Quins, different names there. And it has connections here, I think, to the King of Connacht as well. Cahill O'Connor, I think is the name. So it goes back as far as then. So I don't want to spend too much time in this old part of the graveyard, because there is another area over there in the field that I want to go over and explore and see, can we find that lead coffin. So this is the older side over, just over here. We'll have a quick look. Some nice graves there. It's hard to maneuver around these graves, but you have to be careful not to walk on them. So this one over here is something different. I like looking at the ones that are different. Do you know, the structure and the stonework on them. So I haven't seen one like this. And this was erected by John McGlynn. John M. Glynn. And in memory of his mother Eliza Glynn, who died in 1877, age 84. I'll have to go around the other side and read that. Yeah, Eliza Glynn. We have Nora Glynn, died age 2 years and 4 months, and also Alice Maud, wife of J.P. Glynn, age 25. So there's people buried there from the 1800s. But it's a nice nice grave, and the stonework that's involved in it there. And there's one kind of similar down here, and it looks older looking. When I say older looking, I probably mean the stonework isn't as clean looking on it. Beautiful grave. You can see that round tower there in the background as well. So it's a lovely memory of John Boland, who died the 1st of January 1885, aged 77 years old, and his wife Margaret, Lavinia, and their children Thomas, Charles, Albert are buried there as well, who died young. So it's a picture of or not a picture, it's a statue, stone statue of Jesus with the cross. So guys, I'm going to turn this off and put you back on again when we get over. I'm going over the other side of there's old ruins in the other part of the monastery here, so I'm going to see can I find the area with that old lead coffin. Right guys, so I think that's there in front of us called the Abbott's house, just there. And we were over there. You can see the round tower and the old graveyard. But down this road, or laneway, down here is this is the chapel area, I think, down here it's called. So I'm hoping down here we can have a good look inside and see can we find that lead coffin. Now it doesn't say anything really. I kind of researched a bit about it. The name that came up, I think, was O'Shaughnessy or O'Shaughnessy, some people pronounce it. So I don't know if that's the family that's buried there, but we'll see when we get down a bit closer. So we're just taking shelter. Look at that scenery though, straight ahead, the sun shining there in the tower. Now the rain is coming down, kind of like hailstones. I think it's just a sun shower, but we're hoping to go over along that wall area there. There's a slit in a window, and we think that that's actually the burial place there of the family. So guys, this is inside the Mausoleum area, I call it here, in the old chapel room. So just inside we can see the lead coffin is just one lead coffin that's on top of the shelf there. But look at that, isn't that amazing? One lead coffin, so there's one person buried there. We can see the roof of the vault as well. You can see the roof of the vault there as well, and all those, what you call it, I can't remember what you call those.
Stalagmites?
Is it stalagmites? Like ice looking things there hanging down from the ceiling. And but it's just one person that's buried in there. But very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So that's probably what you see on top of
It's like dried flowers.
I don't know.
Or is it moss?
What that is on top of, is it mould or is it like moss or something that's on top of the lead coffin? But there's no plaque or anything here to say who's buried there. I'll have to do a bit of research online and see can I get a name or something or whoever's buried there. But you can see
Oh, it looks like it's leaking or something all down the sides. I wonder if there are more coffins in there. That's cool, though.
One lead coffin. It's actually in good condition, that coffin. So guys, the door you see at the back of the vault there, it's blocked up. That's actually the door around the other side of the old room here, the chapel. And I'll show you where that is in a second when we go around. So that's where we were looking in there, guys. You can see the window here. It was blocked up at one stage. You can see kind of like wire mesh kind of stuff there on the windows. But how we got to look up there was somebody has actually left these rocks here. So you can stand up on those rocks and have a good look in the window. So thanks to whoever left the rocks there for GV. So this is the old chapel, just a room that's there. There is lovely stonework inside, but I can't get in. It's locked up at the moment. Now there's that door. That doorway is blocked. That's actually the door that we were looking at from the other side. You could see that.
I think there's a gate inside it.
There's a metal gate or iron gate just the far side of that. So that was the original entrance there to the burial area where the lead coffin is. So they blocked it up. So whoever's buried in there must be very popular or well known to have all that area in an old chapel to themselves. Yeah, and we can see there's a padlock on that, so we can't go in there to see much. So that's all you can really see there. There is some graves. There's some graves on the ground.
Oh, it's bigger than I thought.
Yeah, there's actually more out here.
More rooms, yeah. On one grave.
There's one grave. I wonder is that the grave of one of the founders of the abbey here, I think. They said he was buried somewhere in the abbey.
Unless that's his dead coffin.
Unless that's his grave there. That looks like medieval looking, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Knights Templar kind of look that has. But there's no inscription on it or anything like that. Nothing in there.
See, beside the gate that we were looking in, there's another arched doorway. I wonder if that comes to the Mausoleum.
Just down there.
Yeah.
There's a door. Yeah, it's hard to know. There's a couple of stone graves, slab graves down there.
So this is a protected building.
Yeah, they do lock up a lot of these buildings
And you see the way
to
they
protect.
uh,
As you can see there, the National Monument is in the care of the Minister for Arts, Gaeltacht and the islands on behalf of under the provisions. Yeah, so that's it guys from me here. I think I'm going to wrap it up. We've other places to go and videos to do, and the light goes fast these days. It gets dark here at 4:30. So for me here in Kilmacduagh, Old Monastery and Serenity Sue, we'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you like this history and old graveyards. and hit the notification bell, lets you know when I upload any more videos in the future. So until the next time, take care and see you soon.